Welcome back, golf nerds. Ryan here from Golf and Body. My segment today is going to be on the shoulder complex and two major joints that you need to teach your brain how to move more efficiently so you can start moving a little bit better and put, actually, believe it or not, less strain on your back, okay? Now, the nervous system is a supercomputer. It's always taking in information, okay? And so, for instance, if we have a frozen shoulder, right, and we can't get a little bit of this going on, right, and we have a lot of that going on, our hips have to move to the ball. We have to do a lot of side bend, okay? And that can cause a lot of disc herniations, because if you want to herniate a disc, the best way to do it is excessive side bend rotation under force and load many, many times in the same direction. Sound familiar? Now, if we're working on what's going on in the golf swing, so if you're at setup, right, and you're going to the backswing, the lead shoulder is moving around the rib cage, and we have some retraction going on with maybe a little bit of depression, depends on the player, on the trail arm, okay? And so the scapula thoracic joint is where the scapulas are. Here's the spine, and then the rib cage around, and how they move and slide and glide around that rib cage is going to be fundamental, and it could really mean the difference between you moving it more efficiently, putting less strain on your back, and actually working on something in the gym that actually really does help with body motion. Because, I mean, last time I checked, I don't think deadlifting 400 pounds off the ground is really going to help with golf, okay? And so, my humble opinion, of course, remember, it's about risk and reward. And so I'll show you these two exercises here so you can move a little bit more efficiently. Here's how to do it. Okay, now remember, if your brain doesn't know how to use that particular area, how do you expect it to be efficient under force and speed, okay? And so you're gonna use a wall. I prefer to do these on my knees, but which is okay just for camera angle purposes right here. Now there is a neutral above the glenohumeral angle and below, okay? I need to be far enough away where I'm tucking my tail here. I have full extension of my arm, but so much so that my palm is not flat on the floor, on the wall, okay? And so that joint right here you can find where you're just kind of moving around, and there's gonna be almost like an indentation on the top of the shoulder, and that's where you can feel, okay? I see a lot of people do this. They kind of lean in right here without creating this little separation. Now you see this little micro movement that I'm doing? I'm pushing the base of my palm to the wall, and I'm just creating this slight pumping motion. Notice how the rest of my body isn't moving. And what that does, it creates lengthening, shortening, and it pumps that joint efficiently to move well. I'd probably say 50 to 60 reps per side, and you'll feel the difference on your first shot. Okay, so I prefer to do this one sitting down, but when you're at the range and you want to go ahead and get through a little bit of a warm-up prep, you can do this, which is really efficient, okay? Remember, scapula, thoracic middle of the spine, and that part of the spine articulates with the ribs, okay? So interlocking the fingers right here, I'm reaching away at max effort, tucking my tail around the head away as much as I can. I'm trying to push those tissues for 5 to 7 seconds, and I'm squeezing. My arms are as straight as possible, crown the head to the ceiling, and I'm reaching around, okay? A lot of you are gonna wanna bend your elbows. Your shoulder blades may feel a little bit stuck, and that's how you know you need to do it. Thanks for tuning in. Save the video, share with a friend who needs to see it.